Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Colorado Rockies podcast. This is the Rockies recap episode for the four-game series against the Los Angeles Dodgers at Coors Field in Denver, Colorado. I am one of the co-hosts of the podcast, Tom. Steven, of course, is still on vacation. He's a little bit of an iffy area when it comes to Wi-Fi and internet connection, so I will be doing this recap for you tonight by myself. So before we get into the recap, I just want to do a real quick thing. I just want to give condolences and may he rest in peace to a baseball legend who died on Tuesday, the great Willie Mays. It was a really sad loss. He died at the age of 93. Honestly, if you don't know much about Willie Mays, obviously he's a very long-time baseball player. Not only was he a fantastic player, but he was also a wonderful person, and it goes back to his career. Honestly, in terms of baseball players, if I was to rank my top one, if I went to the long list of baseball players in history of Major League Baseball, Willie Mays is in my top 5 in terms of greatest players of all time. I have to do my rankings to see where exactly he fits, but to me, he is that fantastic player. Just to give you some career highlights of who Willie Mays was. He started his Major League Baseball career with the New York Giants in the year 1951. In 1953, he did take a year off from baseball because he was drafted to serve in the Korean War. And Willie, again, fantastic baseball career going all the way back to his days in the Negro League baseball leagues, from all the way down, starting in, it was in Birmingham, Alabama, where he started playing there, all the way up until when he started his career in Major League Baseball, as I mentioned, in 1951. So just to give you some career highlights, Willie Mays, he had a long career. He played 23 years. He played to the age of 42, and that's combining both Major League Baseball and when he played in the Negro League Baseball League down in Birmingham. And here are some of his career highlights. Again, as I mentioned, he played 23 years. He is in the Hall of Fame. He was the 3-time MVP. He won Rookie of the Year. He was a 24-time All-Star. Woo! He, of course, was a champion in the 1954 World Series. 13-time Gold Glove winner. Again, he was made famous, of course, for that wonderful basket behind running backwards catch in center field there. If you haven't seen that play, which I hope you have if you're a baseball enthusiast, definitely check it out. It's somewhere on YouTube if you Google it. He also won a batting title. He was a 2-time All-Star Game MVP, and he was a Major League Player of the Year as well. Again, he was a fantastic player, and he was a wonderful human being. He's beloved around the game of baseball, and my condolences, and I guess we give our condolences out to his family. Again, Willie Mays died on Tuesday at the age of 93. Willie, you are a legend, an icon in the game of baseball. May you rest in peace. Thank you so much for everything and all the wonderful memories of the game of baseball. Okay, so now let's get into this recap. Now, that being said, let's get into this recap of the 4-game series against the Los Angeles Dodgers at Coors Field. This series, ups, downs, controversial moments, a big walk-off win. I really wish, I hate talking about the Dodgers in this way. They're the mighty Dodgers. It's just, they're the Dodgers. They're a fantastic team. They have built quite a team, and they're right now. I'm not going to say it's a foregone conclusion, but they're in good position. Even with Mookie Betts getting out right now for a little while with a broken hand, they're a great team, and they're on track to make a big run towards the playoffs and maybe a deep playoff run. Who knows? But anyway, let's get into that. Game 1. Was on Monday. It was a 9-5 loss for the Rockies. Cal Quantrill was the starting pitcher, and for the Rockies, and James Paxton was the starting pitcher for the Los Angeles Dodgers. This game got started off pretty fast in terms of scoring for both teams. The Dodgers were up 3-1 after 2 innings, and of course, it was a lot of goose eggs on the board for the next several innings, and then the Dodgers broke home. Open with 2 in the 7th, 2 in the 8th, 2 in the 9th. The Rockies going into the 9th down 9-1. We scored 4 in the bottom of the 9th, but unfortunately that wasn't enough. Dodgers win 9-5. For the Rockies, there were no highly notable offensive performances during this game. There were a bunch of guys who had only one hit, no multi-hit games for anybody. Jacob Stallings did have a home run. Greg Jones, first career hit, first career home run. Congratulations, great for you. Congratulations, even though he got optioned down in the recently. Still, it's great. Congratulations. That's awesome when you get your first career hit, but when it's a home run, it makes it a little bit more sweeter and a little bit more satisfying. Hunter Goodman also had a home run in this game. Uh, Interesting stat about this game: the Rockies did leave 3 runners on base total, but they were 2 for 2 with runners in scoring position. It's kind of a low number, and it's batting 1,000 when it comes to that specific situation. But hey, 2 for 2 runners in scoring position, that's pretty good. Batting 1,000, so that's all good. Pitching performance like in this game, Cal Quantrill, 5 innings, what you want out of a starting pitcher. Gave up only 3 earned runs, so good job by him. Yeah, great. And other than that, it was just a tough game. Ah, my goodness. It's just really tough when you have that comeback at the end of the game, you just couldn't get through it. So all in all, game 1, 9-5. Not a horrible loss, but a loss nonetheless. Okay, let's get to game 2, which had a controversial ending. We'll get to that in just a moment. The Rockies end up losing this game 11-9. This one got off to a faster start for the Rockies. After 4 innings, the Rockies were up by a score of 7-2. And then when we got all the way up into the 9th, the Rockies were up 9-4. 9-4. We had a 5-run lead going into the 9th. So let me just real quick, before I get to that, just some notable offensive performances. We had a lot of big multi-hit games. Elias Montero, who came in to pinch hit for Charlie Blackmon early in the game, he had a 2-hit night. Ryan McMahon also had a 2-hit night. Brendan Doyle, he had a 4-hit game. Woo. And that, of course, doesn't include the sack fly at the end, but we'll get to that again in a minute. So some pretty big offensive performances for the Rockies. Brenton Doyle, of course, did have a home run in this game. And so Ezekiel Tovar also. Sorry, Brenton Doyle had a home run in this game. Elias Montero also had a home run in this game. Pitching performances: Gomber, 6 2/3. He did the job. He did give up 4 earned runs, so it's not considered a quality start, but a good start nonetheless. Kinley, he had a rough night on the mound, and of course Victor Vodnik had a rough one at the end of the game there as well. But again, we'll get to everything what happened at the end in a second. Okay, so as I mentioned, set the stage here. Rockies up 9-5. Sorry. 9-4. We have a 5-run lead going into the 9th inning. Let me just go so I can get this all settled up for you. So we're going in 9-5. The Dodgers managed to mount a comeback. So mount a comeback just brief. Let me just go to the 9th inning. I'll make sure you know this right. Okay, so the scoring goes: Jason Hayward ends up hitting a grand slam. The Dodgers are now within 1 run of 9-8. Then Teoscar Hernandez comes to the plate. Victor Vodnik is on the mound, throws the pitch. Hernandez check swing. First base umpire, make sure who it was correctly. It's Lance Barksdale, kind of a pretty known name among baseball umpires. He calls no swing. We posted a picture of the check swing on our Twitter, X, and our Instagram page. Again, you be the judge. It was a swing. It looked like a swing to me in real time. And when I watched the replay, it was a swing. Now, a swing, it constitutes the bat breaking the plane. The bat crossed the front of home plate. That's 1. Number 2, the bat came forward. And his wrist did break. Number 2, the bat also came forward past Teoscar Hernandez's front hip. So to me, if you read the definition, one of the big keys, if the bat crosses the hitter's front hip, it's considered a swing. It's all the makings of a swing. It's, again, umpires are humans just like the rest of us. They all make mistakes, but keep in mind, all you Major League Baseball umpires, Angel Hernandez retired, even though I think he was forced out, but that's a whole different conversation. Careful, umpires, be very careful. Do you want to be the next Angel Hernandez? Be better if you don't want to, because pretty soon, or also CB Buckner, he's now basically, with Angel Hernandez gone, CB Buckner takes his place. He's probably going to be forced out soon. So remember, umpires, if you don't want to be the next Angel Hernandez, be better. Be better. We're all humans. We all make mistakes, but be better. And again, it was a swing. It was called a no swing. The very next pitch, goodbye. Hernandez, fly, home run. Ohtani, Freeman, and Hernandez score. Dodgers take the 11-9 lead. That's the ball game. as that ball was hit, even Jake Cave, who was in right field, was in right field. He had, and from right field, when you see a swing from home plate on a right-handed batter, you have a pretty decent view of what the swing looks like. He blew a gasket out there in right field. And after the game was over, in the bottom of the ninth inning, he ran. Jake Cave was irate, and good for him. I would have blown a gasket too. Bud Black also, I forgot, also got ejected after the check swing was called. If I was either of them, I would have completely lost it. I would have been yelling until I was red in the face and blue in the mouth. I would have absolutely blown a gasket. It's just terrible call. It's absolute horse BS, horse, you know what. Again, I understand umpires are humans just like the rest of us. We all make mistakes, but you got to be better because a bad call like that can change the course of a game. In this case, that call impacted the game tremendously. If that call is made as a swing, it's strike three, ball game over. And trust me, I can go back with plenty of examples of previous games in which ball games end when the wrong call was made. I'll give you a couple. I'll give you one example. I can't remember the year of this. It was a game between the Texas Rangers and the Tampa Bay Rays, and it was in Texas. This is the old Globe Life Field. Ben Zobrist was the batter. Joe Madden was the manager of the Rays, and the pitcher was Joe Nathan. Joe Nathan throws a curveball. It is at least 5-6 inches outside on the out. Again, Ben Zobrist switch hitter, so he's in the left-handed batter box. Nathan throws a curveball. It is at least 5-6 inches low and outside off the plate, and the umpire calls strike three. You can look this up online. It's on YouTube. Joe Nathan, you can read his lips. He said, that was a strike? Wow, that ended the game. And Joe Madden and Ben Zobrist absolutely just lost their minds about it. The umpire just, he just nonchalantly hurry up, quickly walks out the field. He's like, yeah, whatever. Again, calls like that can impact the game. It's just, come on, be better. Umpires, again, I restate, we're humans, but we make mistakes, but be better. Be better. Come on. This is a big thing. And also, just one more point to fans who think that players on losing teams or really bad teams don't care about winning. The Jake Cave's attitude there at the end of that game shows you exactly. Even players on bad teams, they want to win. That's a prime example. Good on you, Jake Cave. Let him have it. Get your money's worth. Boom. I love that attitude from Jake Cave. I love the fire, the passion from Jake Cave in that game. Go get him. Let him know. Let him know. Speak your mind. That was awesome. Guys, it's people who think that the Rockies players don't care. They care. And Jake Cave's attitude in that game about that call, that blown call, is a prime example. They care. They want to win. So, good on Cave. And again, controversial loss. It was a gut punch. This one really hurt. It sucks. But to lose on a call like that in that situation with 2 strikes on a check swing that could have been strike 3, ball game over. It sucks. It really does. So again, over with. Just come on. We all need to be better, especially the umpires. Do you want to be the next Angel Hernandez? Be careful. So anyway, like I said, the Rockies lose game 2 by a score of 11-9. So, as I posted on social media after this game, how do you get over a controversial loss? A walk-off win? Boom. So, game 3, the Rockies started off, score first, 3 runs, and so after 2, the Dodgers lead 4-3. We get down to the 8th inning. It is into the 9th inning. It is tie 6-6. Dodgers don't score in the top of the 9th. And my God, this is awesome. Again, let me go to the 9th inning. Just make sure I get all this right. Again, I don't have all this memorized. But just so we go on thing. Set the mood. So, to set it up, Jake Cave, ironically, is on third base. But before, actually, let me go back a little further. I completely forgot about this. So as interestingly enough, Bretton Doyle had 2. I just completely forgot. I thought it was home run. Bretton Doyle in the 8th inning. Oh my God! Bretton Doyle tied up the ball game 6-6 in the 8th inning to send this to the 9th scoreless. Now the Dodgers again didn't score in the top of the 9th. Bretton Doyle, ironically, Jake Cave is on third base. Doyle gets it just deep enough. Jake Cave scores easily. Walk-off win. This was awesome. So like I said, to get over a controversial loss that was a gut punch, you come back and you win in walk-off fashion against the Dodgers, one of the best teams in baseball. This is awesome. Ryan Feltner, tough start. In 5 innings, he gave up 6 earned runs. but Mears, Bird, and Beeks were locked down in 4 innings of relief. So all in all, pitching starting to start was not great, but again, this was a game where the bullpen had things on lockdown and the Rockies offense came through. So a couple things just to point out. There were a couple multi-hit games performances in this game. One, of course, is Ryan McMahon. He had 2 hits. J.K. Bretton Doyle had the 2 sac flies. He didn't have a hit, but he had the 2 sac flies, so he was 0 for 3 with 2 sacrifice flies and the 2 RBIs. Real quick, no's. Yeah, and also Michael Toglia. This is a big game for him. He had a double. Yeah, wait. Yeah, he had a big game tonight. He hit a triple and he hit that towering home run. I gotta say, he again with Chris Bryant out, I'd play him. I posted this again on social media. I think I did his numbers. He's batting, I think, in his last 7 games. I have to look it up again. He was going into after this game and game 3 going into today's game. So he's batting, I think he had a 276 batting average, a 323 on base percentage, and a 589 slug. Again, I know his batting average currently sits at, what is it? He currently sits at 186. It's not great, but again, his OPS is up at 661, which again is not fantastic, but hey, he's young. He's getting his opportunity. He had a tough start because he wasn't playing every day. Let him play every day for the rest of the season because Chris Bryant, I'm not counting on him to be in the lineup much. So Michael Toglia, I'd play him, keep him in the everyday lineup where it's at first base, right field, or a game at DH. See what you got with this guy. Just figure it out. He, of course, still has potential. See what you can get out of it and just go roll with it. And also Adael Amador, he had his first extra base hit, which was a double in this game. So good for him. Again, he's getting a taste of the big leagues. Brendan Rodgers, who had a big game tonight in Albuquerque on his rehab assignment, he's going to be back soon. I think when Rodgers gets called back up, Adael Amador is going to go back to Albuquerque. He got a taste of the big leagues. He's going to have a blueprint of what he needs to work on to improve his game before he gets called back up. So, again, it's, he's just getting his taste, getting his cup of coffee, as Steven would say in the big leagues, but he'll be back up again someday. All in all, this was a great win. Like I said, you come from a tough loss, you come back and you win in walk-off fashion. This is a good game. Even though, of course, the Rockies won, they were 1 for 9 with runners in scoring positions in game 3. Tough one. But again, a win's a win. Walk-off wins are always fun, especially when it's after a tough loss like game 2. And today's finale, the Rockies lost by a score of 5-3. Ty Blach was a starter for the Rockies, and he wasn't bad. It's just, actually, I'll say change my mind. He was okay. 4 innings, 5 earned runs. But the bullpen again was solid. Molina had 3 scoreless innings. Kinley had a scoreless inning, and Justin Lawrence had a scoreless inning. Justin Lawrence actually picked off Teoscar Hernandez at first base in the I don't have the inning, but he picked off Teoscar Hernandez, which is awesome. Pickoffs are always fun. Brian McMahon did hit a towering 462-foot home run. Again, keep your votes every day. You can vote 5 times each day. Vote for Rymack, Tovar, and heck, Elias Diaz. I mean, compared to most all the other catchers in the National League, he's got a chance. So cast those votes. You get 5 votes a day. Keep doing it. Help support our Rockies. Send them to the All-Star game in Texas. In this game again, Rymack had 2 hits. Jake Cave coming off his passion in game 3, his passion and scoring the winning run in game 3. He had 2 hits. Amador also had another hit. Add another hit to his tally total. All in all, it was just another game. The Dodgers in this series overall, the Dodgers, they just proved they're the Los Angeles Dodgers. They're in first place, and they showed why. And, it's a team you want to be. I'm not saying you want to be like them and sign all the high-priced free agents and have this quote-unquote somewhat of all-star team, so to speak. It's just they're a team you wish to strive for. It kind of makes me think back to 2018 when we lost game 163 against them, and we tied the division after 162 games, lost game 163 at LA. 1 win away from our first ever division title, and had to wait a little longer. But hey, that led to an amazing wild card game in Chicago on that Tuesday. So The Dodgers. It's just you want to beat them, you want to beat them, but they're a good team, even without Mookie Betts. Hopefully, he's not out for too long. He's one of my favorite players. Hopefully, wishing him a speedy recovery because you want to see the best players play, and he is one of the best players in baseball, whether he's playing right field or playing shortstop. Okay, briefly give you an update on the standings. In the National League West, the Dodgers are in first place with a record of 47-30. Arizona Diamondbacks are in second with a record of 37-38. Excuse me. The San Diego Padres are in third place with a record of 38-40. And sorry, the Giants are tied with them for third place with also a record of 38-40. And our Rockies are bringing up the rear in fifth place with a record of 26-49. The Diamondbacks are 9 games out of first place. The San Diego Padres are, I read this wrong. The San Francisco Giants are in fourth with a record of 36-40. The Padres are 9.5 games out of first place. The Giants are 10.5 games out, and our Rockies are 20 games out. A couple things going on. The Mets recently had a 7-game losing streak that was snapped today. They are 8-2 in their last 10 games. There are no other big-time winning streaks going on right now. The Detroit Tigers are currently on a 4-game losing streak, so those are worth mentioning. Other than that, those are really the only stories in terms of records. So that's your current standings with the National League West as it stands. Real quick. So next series for the Colorado Rockies will be that we are going to welcome the Washington Nationals to Denver, Colorado for a 3-game series this weekend on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So tomorrow's game against the Washington Nationals, the series opener, it will be Dakota Hudson for the Colorado Rockies against, just a second, DJ Hers. He is a 23, I think he's a rookie. Hold on one moment. Yes, he is a 23-year-old rookie. He's made 3 starts this year with an ERA of 3.77, and he is lefty. So he is a southpaw. So that's game 1 pitching matchup. Game 2 for Saturday, that will be Cal Quantrill for the Colorado Rockies against, I'm making sure to pull this up, Mitchell Parker, another lefty, 24 years old. He is also a rookie. He is in 12 starts this season. He has an ERA of 3.06. So another back-to-back southpaws. And for the series finale on Sunday, it will be Kyle Freeland making his return to the Colorado Rockies after being out for a bit with injury. And he will square off against Jake Irvin, a righty, 27 years old. This 2024 is his second year in the big leagues. This year, he's made 15 starts and to the tune of a 3.24 ERA. So pretty interesting. So 2 lefties and a righty going for the Nationals. The Nationals are on the. Hold on, I closed the screen. The Nationals are a bit on the right. They're kind of a young team with a lot of top prospects. For example, CJ Abrams, very exciting player. If you haven't watched him much of him, the Nationals are sitting in the middle of the NL East in the third place with a record of 36-38. They're 13 games out of first place, which is held by the Philadelphia Phillies, and the Nationals are half a game out of a wild card spot in the National League. So, like I said, they're a team. They're 7-3 in their last 10 games. They're currently on a 1-game losing streak. So interestingly enough, the record on the road, they're 19-19 on the road, and they're 17-19 at home. So coming here on the road, they're a 500 team. We'll see. I mean, like I said, they're young. They have a lot of group of good young players. So they're trying to figure things out, find their identity, and get a grasp of what they need to improve upon going forward. Mike Rizzo, their general manager, if I remember correctly, he is the second longest tenured active general manager behind the Yankees' Brian Cashman. He's been in that position for a very long time. So, and Mike Rizzo, if I remember correctly, is from my hometown of Chicago, Illinois. So, and yeah, long tenured GM, but he's got a ring on his resume, so he's got that going for him. And even without Juan Soto and Bryce Harper, they're still building right now the next contending Nationals team. So it'll be interesting to see how they progress into next season. But yeah, so all together, that will be the next series. It's a good series going forward. So let me think. Anything else? Yeah, it's basically all we need to talk about. So again, so that'll do it for the Rockies recap of the 4-game series against the 4-game series loss to the Dodgers. The Nationals are coming to town. Just hope we can maybe possibly pull out a series victory. The Rockies were kind of, how do I say this, kind of stuck in the middle in terms of trying to really have put together a string of wins as well as kind of lose too many games. We'll just see. I mean, like I said, it's a young team. You got two lefties coming to the going to the hill in games 1 and 2. Maybe the Rockies can put some strings, some hits together against left-handed pitchers. They got and lefty little lineup. It'll be interesting to see. Also, now I think about it, Toglia. I don't know what how well he's done batting right-handed because I think he's mostly batted left-handed. So if he starts game 1 and 2, it'll be interesting to see how he does batting right-handed. But all in all, hopefully it's a good series. Again, if you get out to the game, hope you enjoy it. Hoping for good weather in Denver. It's going to be kind of hot here in Chicago, but we shall see. Anyway, so sorry this Rockies recap came a little late, but thank you for tuning in live. And remember, if you missed the live broadcast of whether it's a Rockies recap or a new podcast episode, they are posted to our YouTube page. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page so you get notifications when new episodes are recording and you want to join live, or if, of course, when new episodes are recorded and posted so you can watch them later. And again, be sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms. They're down there at the bottom. Our Instagram, Twitter, X, and our Threads page. Be sure you click follow. And of course, and even send us a DM if you want. If you have a question that you'd like Steve and I to answer in a future podcast episode, we may be doing a follower Q&A episode sometime in the future. If you want us to answer your question either in an episode or reply to it, send us both a message. Again, if you want to contact me on Twitter X, right there, my Twitter handle is down there at TDelaplane5. Just follow me, give me a follow, send me a DM if you want to talk baseball and talk things. I'm always open to doing that. So that'll do it for this episode. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good night, rest of your night, everybody. And as always, go Rockies.